What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So, it's been a very interesting few months, especially with MicroStrategy. And these two WeeklyPay ETFs, I can almost guarantee the majority of people are dumping. Now, I had MSTW for a little bit, and then I got rid of it. I saw the writing on the wall, and that's fine. I'll tax loss harvest. My income can make up for the loss easily next year. And what I'm doing for this month is using most of my income that I'm earning to help max out my health savings account and max out my traditional IRA. And then next year it's game time. But it's not game time for these two WeeklyPay ETFs that kind of follow crypto and MicroStrategy. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Smash that like button. Let's check out these two ETFs. And I'm going to tell you, it hurts for a lot of you that went in big in them right now. First one I want to go over is the Roundhill MSTR WeeklyPay ETF. I see it in complete damage control. It's sitting at 1243. Bitcoin has not done well. Neither has MicroStrategy. Now, if you understand the 1.2% rule, MSTW might be the first one, potentially, that Roundhill has to do a reverse split with. And I'm going to show you why right now. And again, it aims to provide weekly distributions and calendar week returns before fees and expenses equal to 1.2 times or 120% the calendar week of the total return of MicroStrategy common shares. It provides weekly distributions, enhance exposure, and it provides a potentially powerful combination of single stock leverage and weekly income. It does have a high expense ratio of 0.99%. So let's look at this. Its distribution at one point was very fantastic, but starting to go down a little bit, as well as its distributions weekly before Bitcoin got destroyed. So in August, you had an 86%, or I'm sorry, 85-cent distribution. I'm not going to round. 78, 139, 40 cents, 45, 35 cents, 51, 84, 79, 43. And you have 83, 39. You see a big dip, 35, 37, 27, 14, 16, 24s. So it's decreasing in distribution. MicroStrategy is not helping either, which I'm going to reveal to you. At one point, MicroStrategy was just on fire, and people who invested in MSTY were in good shape at that time. But now it's starting to hit maybe the 140s. That's going to be even worse for MSTW. So one thing I like about the Roundhill WeeklyPay ETFs is they do have some good growers. Robinhood, Palantir, Nvidia, those are good ones. Those are still in my portfolio right now. But this one is just, that one in COIW, it's kind of pushing it a little bit. I feel a little nervous with COIW as well, because if Coinbase doesn't do well, COIW is not going to do well. And it's almost like a, I mean, it was a bloodbath for crypto and cryptocurrency. So you just have to hope that MSTR goes back up, but it may not. So that's the problem with MSTR and going all in to one ETF or one stock and think that you're going to win. That's why in my growth portfolio, which I'm doing very well, I have SCHG, and I have stocks like Amazon and Google and Microsoft. Some of those, I'm doing pretty well in those. I don't again, my niche is focused on high yield dividend investing with my YouTube channel, but just be aware that it's kind of good to be balanced sometimes. You shouldn't always rely on these WeeklyPay ETFs because you're seeing things like this. And let's jump to the next ETF. I'm still going to say MSTY's in bad shape. Now, they did a reverse split. They're still dropping. That's a problem. So MicroStrategy, I mean, you look at TSLY, that's 2 reverse splits, which is ugly. And then you look at MSTY. Now, Alti, I will probably do a video on Alti. I'm starting to watch them closely. They listened a lot to us. But the problem is you have an individual holding that is not doing well. Alti went from synthetic, like pretty much a mess, to okay, we're starting to get better, and now there might be a chance. But MSTY, I still don't think there's a chance. A lot of those people that went after people and said, well, look what we're doing. Yeah, I see it dropping even more, which is not good. Even the distribution is not as good. And again, they offer weekly income and a long exposure with income and a balanced approach. Distribution rate's 100.69%. Again, expense ratio 0.99%. So you see the split right here. And then you see the weekly pay distribution. So it's dropping, and then it splits. But yet, with that high split, it even looks like the distribution rate's dropping still. We have another problem. This could be if Bitcoin is down for a while and MicroStrategy is down, do not be surprised if this one does another reverse split. It's just MicroStrategy is very volatile. I don't know long term how MicroStrategy will be. I don't feel too confident in it because look at this volatility, how it affects MSTY investors and MSTW investors. And this one hurt people even more with this one. The Defiance leverage and long and income MSTR ETF sitting at 803, we have a problem. It's dropping even more. Even worse, the Defiance leverage and long and income MSTR ETF, MST recently had a 1-for-4 reverse split. So the thing is, with a lot of these WeeklyPay ETFs, you have to watch them a little bit more. Versus the NEOS ETFs, I don't really have to watch them. They've done really well and have a good track record. You just have to be more aware with the volatility of these WeeklyPay ETFs, specifically if they're in high volatile stocks. And Bitcoin is very volatile, so you have to be aware of that. I just wanted to point that out. Currently, there are none on my list right now. There are none in my portfolio. I saw the writing on the wall. My income that I make with these other WeeklyPay ETFs, yes, the loss there is there, but my income can really compensate that pretty quick. And again, I'm going to be putting money into my dividend portfolio. So I can take that loss and probably recover in 2 to 3 months. I'm not too worried about that. I'm a little worried about being long term in like MST, MSTY, and some of those. Now, the NEOS Bitcoin ETFs and blox, I feel a lot more confident in. I'm going to continue to buy btci. EETH, I'm going to continue to buy. BITO, I'm going to continue to buy. But these, you have to be really careful with these leverage ETFs and stocks. Now, AMZW might be a different story. As soon as M1 Finance adds them, I'll be adding that. Amazon appears to be a very good growth stock. I prefer the growth stocks with the leverage ETFs. NVII. I prefer those. There might be a shot with the YieldMax 25%. I have to really look into that before I make the call. But you have to be really careful because look what happened with TSLY. Look what happened with these other ones. Just be aware of that. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so not miss future videos. I will have a video for you tomorrow. Take care and have a good one. I'm going to jump to my disclaimer. So as a reminder, this is a disclaimer. Do not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. Investing is a big risk. You can gain money, you can lose money, so be aware and do your due diligence. Go to a financial advisor for financial advice. Go to a tax advisor for tax advice, please. And again, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Shouldn't be buying things because I buy things. I can take a hit. Some of you might not be able to in very stressful situations. So you guys take care and have a good one. And do your due diligence when it comes to investing. You can lose money.